What's happening, good people? Welcome to the Wealth 100 Show. I'm your host, George Gilmore, and it's go time. Listen, guys, each week we bring on six-figure professionals and entrepreneurs who are winning in life and business. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, you found the right place. I need you to get into the room right now, guys. I'm putting you in the room with winners that will help push you towards your dreams. Finally, if you want to grow your business, grow your network, and live your dreams to the fullest, I encourage you to apply to the Wealth 100 Mastermind at thewealth100.com, where lives are being transformed through self-development and access to wealth-building opportunities. Welcome to the Wealth 100 Show. Let's go. Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome to the Wealth 100 Show. I'm your host, Mr. George Gilmore. I got a good guest in the building, a good friend.
Indeed.
Everybody says I always call everybody my friend, but you are my friend. I say that every show. Mr. Andre Lassiter.
Yes,
I call him Mr. Cybersecurity, Mr. IT, Mr. Technology. He is the owner of MS3 IT Business Solutions out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Managed systems, services, and security. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Good, brother. Good.
Look.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you do. Just a little bit. Don't go deep. We'll get deep in a minute. Just a little bit.
Fair enough. So I'm basically an AI and automation solution specialist. Not getting too deep into it, but just helping companies automate things, right? Mundane tasks that you usually do to save you some time and some money.
Save some time and money.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get deeper on that because
Yes,
people want to know how to save time and money.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly entrepreneurs.
Indeed.
They need to know what to do. Look, we're going to go back to the beginning. I always start all my podcasts, all my shows off at the beginning. Who are you? Where you from? Take me back. Where'd you come from, sir?
Indeed. So I came from Rocky Mount. Actually,
not the big town of Rocky Mount.
The big town of Rocky Mount. Big town of Rocky Mount.
That's in North Carolina for you guys that don't know.
Yes, indeed. So I'm actually from a smaller town called Nashville.
Oh, my God.
Not Tennessee, but North Carolina, right? So nobody knows where Nashville is.
No.
Rocky Mount, I say that, right? So it puts us on the map. But we do have some famous alumni from there, the area. We got Julius Peppers and Terrence J, you know.
Okay, he is from that area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, indeed. So a few people are known from there.
What's the lady name? The black female billionaire, Janice Howard. Isn't she from Rocky Mount?
You're right.
She's from Rocky Mount, correct?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Thought so. A&T grad, I remember.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So I know a little bit about Rocky Mount. I met her one time. Well, anyway, talk to me about growing up. What was that like for you? When were you there? In the 70s or something? You were 70s or 80s, baby? You were 80s, baby. See,
yeah.
I'm giving him age. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'll take it.
But you was the 80s, baby.
Yes,
what was
sir.
it like in Rocky Mount in the 80s, bro?
Yeah, things are different. So Rocky Mount was a textile town, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everybody knows. And then when the textile industry left in the 90s or so, things went downhill. Things weren't as great, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like to say we're a little country hood around there.
Mm-hmm. Country hood.
Yeah. So not a lot of options. So what are you going to do, right? You're either going to, the typical story, you're gonna get in trouble, you're going to play ball, or you're going to make it out.
Right. You got three options.
Right. Got you. And, I had my mischievous moments, but always a smart kid. Or at least I thought until I got to state, right? So the playing field changed a little bit there, but, always a smart kid, had good grades, listened, but like I said, I had my share of mischievous moments.
Okay.
Lived a little bit of life, but overall things were good. Grew up in a great household. My parents, two parents, there at all times, right? So I can't complain about that. Yeah, it was time to get out.
Time to get out.
It was time to get out.
So you went to school there, went to high school there. After what was it? What was your thought process at the end of high school? What were you getting ready to do?
For sure. So I left high school and went to NC State.
You went straight to NC State?
Straight to NC State.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you choose NC State? I have to ask.
Yeah,
why'd you choose NC State?
No worries. So my dream was to go to Carolina. In my mind, loved Dean Smith, loved the Tar Heels, loved the Tar Heel basketball team.
Okay.
So I said, all right, I want to go to Carolina. I thought I wanted to be a marine biologist at the time. Wasn't the place to be. So I said, everybody's like, you're smart. Get into computers. Do computer science.
Okay.
I said, all right, I'm going to be a computer science major. State's got a great program in it, right? So that's why I went to NC State. Yes, sir. Got there, found out I am not cut out for computer science.
Really?
I didn't want to be a programmer at all.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
So it was programming, right? So I'll set the framework. I actually, I think I had trigonometry or something like that, right? So I get to NC State, and I'm in Calculus 1 for engineers. Never seen this stuff. Never programmed a day in my life. For reference, I started typing in the 11th grade.
Okay.
These guys are running circles around me. I'm like, what the heck is this? So, yeah.
That's insane. So did you stay in that major, or did you change the major?
So we'll get to that. I lived a little life.
Okay, that's fine. Did you stay in college?
Yes.
You didn't stay in too. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I lived a little life and ended up in textiles. My major ended up being textile and apparel management.
Okay.
Everybody's like, textiles, what are you going to do?
Right.
My thought process was textile management. I'll manage the textile plants, but I also like medical textiles. Like they were making heart valves out of fabric, right? So that interested me, and I said, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So went from there.
Okay. Yes, did you finish in that program?
I did.
You did. What year did you finish, sir?
2004.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
And so after you finished the NC State, did you go into employment at that particular time?
I did.
Okay.
So
what'd you do? My
initial job. So I was there. I actually partnered with a friend of mine from back home, Bronson Williams. If you're watching, he's in Rocky Mountain. So. We had a small company called Webmaster Plus, and that was.
So you started a company straight out of college. Oh, you just said forget everybody else.
Indeed.
Just forget them. I'm gonna start my own. Okay. Now, what was this company, man? What were you guys doing?
So we were designing small websites for local businesses.
Okay.
At that time, right, and fixing some computers, doing some light work.
Okay. Did you ever do anything with textiles?
I did not. Never
really?
A day in my life. Never a day in my life.
So you just doing all this? I'm programming. I'm textiling. I did nothing with it. Okay. Nope. You started that company. After that company did whatever it did, where did you go? Where did you go to an employment?
Yeah. So I was at Time Warner Cable. I was on the phone doing collections. Funny thing there, I got people to pay their bills really well, but I got hit on a lot, I guess, because of my voice. They were saying, yeah, call me anytime. It's crazy, right? But with that, it was a great gateway because Time Warner taught me a lot of things that you later use in business. Okay. And met a lot of people that I still know today. My best friend Rodney, which we'll talk about later, worked there. He got me on actually, and that was one of the things I had in common with my wife. She worked at Time Warner when we met.
So that's how you guys met. Okay.
Well, we didn't actually meet that way. But
but she was there.
She was there.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, indeed.
That's crazy. So how do we go from? Was it bill collecting? Is that what you said? What were you doing?
Oh, bill
collecting or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
To cybersecurity. I'm trying to get to how are we going here? What are we doing?
I got you. So went from there, and then my next job was the Department of Transportation. So from there, I was basically a desktop support guy. So we're at the Century Center. It's probably 1,000 people there, right? Really? Total. And I was just doing support. It was 3 of us in there. Cut my teeth there, learned a lot about IT from the bottom up, right? And then from there, I became a systems administrator working in banks. So I had some banking experience for years working there, State Employees Credit Union, a smaller bank, regional bank called Crescent State Bank at the time.
Crescent, yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. So handled all their computers and just went from there, right?
So how did you learn this stuff? I'm still trying to, how did you learn this? Were you obviously self-taught?
Indeed. So I was self-taught. I don't advise this if anyone's watching. I was self-taught. My company gave me the resume experience to get into my first position. And then the rest was all about the hustle, right? So you have to learn things. I proved I was a fast learner. I proved that I could interface with people. I proved that I could handle projects to completion, meet deadlines and that sort of thing. And promotions after promotion after promotion, it just started to go. So that's pretty much my story. And I ended up being a program manager for IT security at Comcast through another company, which I won't say. But with that being said, I'm running a nice chunk of IT security for the PCI division.
That's insane.
For Comcast with 1 certification.
You just proved, 1 cert. That's crazy.
Indeed.
1 cert. You're proving the point, though, that when you have a desire to do something, if you have the desire,
yes, sir,
you can do it. And a lot of the books teach us that It starts with desire.
Yep.
That's the beginning. Think and Grow Rich. It starts with desire.
Yes, sir.
For somebody to come through, Mr. Textile, computer programmer, no certs, one cert, to become the head of that particular division is insane.
Indeed.
It's insane, man. You're a testament to desire, sir. Let's talk a little bit about business. Tell the people, let's talk about MS3 IT Solutions. Let's get down to business. Gotcha. What is it that you guys do? Because I can't explain. It's too much stuff. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. Explain to the people what you do, man.
Got you. So if you guys have heard of AAA, right? So AAA, everyone thinks of cars. It's a new path to AAA now. It's called an AI automation agency. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do. We use AI and automation to simplify businesses. So if you've ever signed in to a restaurant, right, and you get text messages about specials, we're running those things on the back end. We're running those landing pages that, can convert the traffic, right? And we're also doing all kinds of cool workflows. I've got a workflow that can basically call you 2 minutes before your meeting, text you as well. You'll never miss a meeting again, right? Things like that, as well as all kinds of custom workflows, different industries, different niches that we're working with to just automate everything in everybody's business. Give
me an example of maybe two companies that you work with and what you do for those two different companies, maybe in two different industries. Got you,
for sure. So the first one I would say is construction, right? Okay. So we built out a construction system. So let's say you're taking a house from, laying the groundwork, working with your subcontractors. We're able to help you manage your subcontractors if you're a general contractor through a simple text messaging system. So press 1, because nobody's going to get into this complicated system, right? If you're a sub and do all that.
Right.
So are you on time? Press 1. It goes back into the system. It converts. It gives the GC a good tracking point of where you are. Press 2 if you need more time for prep work, right? Press 3 if your project's not right. And this is all automated, so it's firing off to constantly check with that subcontractor.
Okay. So it's basically saving them a ton of time. They don't have to waste the time of picking up the phone to call the plumber, the guy with the concrete. Hey, where you at? Where are you on this right now in this particular space in the process?
Yes, indeed.
And it's all handled through the computer or your telephone. That's crazy.
Right through your phone.
Give me another industry.
Yeah. Let's see. What's a good one? I will say that the next industry that we're working in currently is a large scale offering that we're working on. It's in the MLM space, I'll say that.
Okay. It's interesting. Interesting. Yeah.
Just giving those guys. So, and a lot of industries.
They do need to take that. Oh, yeah. I get it. I already know. Go ahead.
No worries. So, if you're in the MLM space, you're expected to reach out to your clients constantly, right? Just like any other business. You're prospecting, right? So now we're working on ways to help them automate that. We're working on ways when they want to buy a product, it's going to constantly drip. We've built out AI chatbots, which AI is the new craze, right? ChatGPT, everybody loves it. But that's a one-shot deal. You have to constantly do it. We've automated it so that, even down to Google reviews, auto responses are populating. But with that being said, we automated it so that if you're in one of their funnels, you click on their website, yes, I'm interested in this information, whatever the case may be, it's going to tell you all about the product, it's going to send you the link to purchase it, and it's going to give everything on the back end so that they're able to ship it out. And this business owner has done nothing but get you there. And it's having a full blast conversation with
That's crazy. Well, tell me what a typical day looks like for you, because it seems like it's a lot. I always say to you, hey man, it's a lot going on in your space.
Indeed.
What does your day look like, sir?
Indeed. So my day typically looks like wake up. My wife and I, we've got two little girls, two young ladies, I'll say. Get them ready for school, right? And get them out the door, get them ready for school, and then from that point on, it's about structure. So having meetings for the most part of the day. In addition to that, it's research. Always looking at strategic partnerships as well, and just checking on clients and continuing to make sure that everyone's good. Managing the team. VAs, virtual assistants.
I was going to ask, is your team all in the office or all virtual?
Virtual.
Everything. So you can work from anywhere.
Indeed.
How do you like that part of the day?
Love it. Love it.
I bet you do.
Yes, it beats the retail. So the more you break, I fix.
We're not going into that. I don't think you want to go. I don't know if you want to go into that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Talk to me about some of the challenges you're having in this space.
Yeah. Honestly, there aren't too many challenges with regard to, I'll say, I like to say every business needs to think about scaling, right? Because people plan for today, but you need to, we worked with Grant Cardone at one point, and he's famous for the 10X, right? So 10X your goals. If you want to make $1,000 a month, aim for $10,000 a month. The effort that you put in, it might not land you at 10. It might land you at 4, but your goal was 1,000, right? So just getting there in that mindset, getting everyone indoctrinated in that and involved in it.
I want to spend some more time on this AI chat GPT. Talk to me about the importance, particularly in our community, of getting on this wave like now, because it's not just a wave, it's the future. It is the future. It's stress the importance of that for our community, man, because I know a lot of people's like, man, I'm the guy. I don't want to do anything, but I'm smart enough to attach myself to a guy that does. No, I'm serious. You attach yourself to a guy, okay, he's heavy over here. I need to be connected to you.
Oh, for sure.
Talk to me about the importance of us getting in this space, man.
For sure. We need to be in IT security, which is another branch of the company, but we also need to be in AI and automation. AI and automation is going to take over this world. Let's just use McDonald's, right? So McDonald's has opened up a restaurant with no employees. So now they can pay a guy that knows AI and automation $250,000 a year. $300,000 a year
to run that.
Not just that store. He can run 10, 15 stores.
Oh my God.
Done.
That's insane. That's insane. So they have opened the first one.
Oh yeah.
Where's that? Do you know where it is? I heard something about it, but I don't know where it was at.
Somewhere in the Midwest, I believe.
This is crazy. Because I've seen them doing some of the stuff with the grocery stores. And Was it the Amazon grocery stores? I think when I first started seeing them, I was like, what is this? That's like, it's been 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's gone berserk since then.
And China is...
I'm sure they're out of this world.
Leaps and bounds, bro. Yes.
So what would you tell a person if they wanted to get into this space? How would they start? If you're on the cybersecurity IT side or the AI, chat GPT, all the other stuff, automation side.
For sure. We'll start with cybersecurity. So I would say from this point forward, there's so many resources available online. Take some of the Udemy courses or whatever the case may be. Get yourself rooted and understand the system so that you can speak intelligently. So when you come to an employer, you're not like, hey, give me a job. What can you do? Nothing, right? Go ahead and get yourself at least your first cert. Get you a Security Plus, a Net Plus cert, something like that, right? I'm an anomaly. Don't do it. Don't have any.
No, don't be like Andre. Don't be like Andre.
Right.
Even though you won, but don't be like Andre.
Thank God.
Go ahead.
It's but yeah. With that being said, just get your education together, and that doesn't necessarily mean school, but there are boot camps that can teach you a lot. There are community college programs. You don't have to go get a 4-year degree. I wouldn't even do that. I would go get a 2-year degree, get a program, but just get understanding and get work experience. Getting your foot in the door is important.
I was talking to a friend of mine. Their daughter is in Georgia, and the state of Georgia had a program in IT or network systems engineering or something. It was just a state program.
Yeah.
Couple of months. And then when she finished that particular program, she was able to walk right into a position. And they tried them out for like 6 months. And if we like you, you stay, and you starting at like $85,000 at 20 some years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was a state program, which is crazy. North Carolina needs some of those particular programs. If I don't know if we have any in IT.
I'm actually partnering with, and I'll shout. I don't have the company name right now, so I'll refrain from shouting it out. But I know the owner. He's actually a black man, and he's developed a program where he's taking, especially military vets, right? Getting them trained up all the way from nothing, but you have to come in, he'll interview you, like I said, right? And you have to have that desire to learn, because if you're not keeping up with the classes, then you're out, right? So he'll get you all the way from nothing to a CCIE.
Okay.
And that is, let's just say you write your own ticket at that point.
Really?
And, he's placing people with jobs as well. So if anyone's watching this and they're hiring and they need a pipeline of qualified candidates that are vetted.
So he's already started this program?
It's been running it for years.
Really?
He's got a successful
Where's this program out of?
In Raleigh.
It's in Raleigh. Mm-hmm. Okay, we need to talk more about it.
Indeed.
We need to talk more about
for
that.
Sure.
For some people I know that need some help in that space.
For sure.
Talk to me about, in your business, what are you looking at for scaling for you? What is it that you're looking at?
For sure. So I'll tackle this by saying that the business has two sides, right? Mm-hmm. So initially, MS3 IT, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. So from that perspective, I've had the God's blessed me with a chance meeting of a channel partner, and from there, I'm able to hire out to source basically anything that you need in IT, right? From small mom and pop, which I don't typically deal with on the IT side, to during their Fortune 500 companies. I can scale a solution to fit it, from security to VoIP to telephony to anything you need. CISOs.
CISOs, okay. We're talking about CISOs right now. You can go ahead and explain if you...
Just high IT officers, right? We'll leave it at that.
Oh my God. And, you trying to throw me off? No. Go ahead, sir.
It's so we can fulfill those roles, right, and get your company what it needs from an IT perspective. So we're partnered there. We're also in the energy space, so we're able to at scale deliver solar chargers, right? So let's say the Hilton called and they need 10,000 or 100,000 solar chargers at their hotels. Let's have a conversation. We can get it done. As well as business solar, so on and so forth on that side. And then the side of the house that I'm most proud of right now, that's growing by leaps and bounds, is the AI side, as well as the automation side. So, let's just imagine that, you're a business owner. You don't have time to constantly call people. Google, let's just say Google My Business, right? So a lot of business owners don't even know what that is. You're a small business. We'll set up your Google My Business and start getting Google reviews. You'd be amazed, and of course you know this, George, but how much traction you get from Google reviews, because that's what everyone looks at these days. So now you got to figure out a way to drive traffic to your Google reviews. We do that as well.
Okay.
We have automated follow-ups with your clients, right? Every time you get a client, if it's a good review, it's automatically getting sent to Google. We help you build your landing page presence, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn.
I'm going to say this to you, as I've said before, I don't see how you keep up. Man, that's a lot. Maybe it's me, man. That's a lot of things going on, man. That's incredible stuff, man. But I'm sure it's a lot more simple than I'm making it in my head. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
I'm making it more difficult in my head than it is for you, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Let's talk a little bit about the personal, man.
For sure.
Who are you? Who are you, Andre?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes.
Do I know the real Andre? Am I getting the real Andre?
You do.
Describe yourself in one word. Give me one word.
Observant and quiet. Well, that's two words, right? Observant.
You are laid back and quiet.
Indeed.
But always thinking.
Indeed.
You're always thinking.
Indeed.
When did you figure out that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
Oh, boy. So just watching when I was younger, people with money, right? There were some street entrepreneurs that you'd see, and that I said I like that, so I wanted to become an entrepreneur too. And then, fortunately, as life progressed, I got to meet some entrepreneurs when I was at NC State. And it's like, okay. And then as you get older, one's like yourself, right? You can have that time, that freedom to move.
You just called me old.
No. An entrepreneur.
You're hilarious. Talk to me about a moment in life and in business that you're most proud of.
Got you. So a moment in life, let's see, that I'm most proud of, I would have to say being a husband and a father. I know it's cliche, right? But with that being said, it's challenging, right? It's great, but it's challenging. So I'm a glutton for punishment. I like challenges, and I've got three women in my house. Right. So
it gets better. I had 3 in my house.
I know you do.
It gets better.
We relate on so many levels. And it's so I'm proud of that because I haven't in my 20s I did not want kids. Right. I was set on being a bachelor. Gotcha. Like, look, let's get this money. Let's do what we do. Let's have a good time.
Right.
I don't want to. Nah.
It'll slow you down.
Indeed.
Right.
But I love it with every fiber in my being.
That's
right.
Great.
And so I'm very proud of that. Seeing what we've accomplished because can we touch on You Break I Fix a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. I told you anything you want to talk about.
Gotcha. So the entrepreneurial bug really set with my wife.
Okay.
So we bought into a franchise, You Break I Fix, right? Cell phone device repair. It was a perfect match. She's a salesperson. I'm an IT guy. Perfect match. So she actually had them as a client. She called them up trying to sell them cable services for Time Warner. Okay. Right, as an AE. And one thing led to another. We had a conversation. She was like, yeah, you should go on down. Next thing you know, a week later, we headed to Orlando to meet the founder of You Break I Fix. Okay. Signed on, the rest was history. But I say that to say that her initial push is what got us into the space that we're in now. Because if not, I would still be in corporate America.
Really?
Indeed.
Okay, that's incredible. Yes. I'd love to hear that. Since you brought up the franchise, talk to me about the importance of African Americans becoming involved in franchising. My last guest last week, Mr. Devontae Lee,
yes, sir.
He just got his final approval for like 7 Smoothie Kings at 30 years old.
Awesome.
He sees it as a way to build extreme cash flow and then basically sell off to a venture capital fund. Indeed. What do you see for us in that space? Because I always shied away from franchising. Yeah. Back in the day, I definitely probably could have got in way back in the day in some different spaces.
Oh yeah.
But I was always so.
I got to do it.
Yeah, I want to do my own. I don't. If it's going to be a franchise, I'm going to start the franchise.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's how my mind works.
Sir.
But talk to me about that process of you guys being involved in that, building that business, and selling that business.
For sure. So we were involved. We have our business coach, Erica, right? So she's the absolute beast. But with that being said, we were in the franchise and we were trading water, right? We were doing well, but we weren't organized and efficient. And unfortunately, in franchises, it depends on the franchise, but they've got guardrails in place, but they don't really show you how to be an entrepreneur and a business owner.
Right.
So you've got to have that drive and that hustle and that outside influence yourself or have that knowledge. And, I would advise if you want to be a business owner, a franchise is a great way to start because of those training wheels. Right. But you have to seek that guidance and seek mentorship, like the team, yourself, right? Get you a business coach, get you someone that's been there, done that so that they can help you out with the pitfalls. And you will grow that thing and it will be great. But if you get that business coach from the jump, they're going to tell you, hey, what are you trying to do? Okay, so this is going to cash flow this much, things that you're probably not thinking about because you're like, great, we're going to be business owners. Right. Yeah, it doesn't always work that way. So.
I get you. Talk to me about mastery.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the industry out here talk about mastery. Yeah. What's your opinion on mastery for you? Do you believe you've achieved or attained self-mastery?
It's a work in progress. I'll say that. It's a constant work in progress, but I do believe, yes. My coach Erica has always said, you've got to own the space if you're going to be in it. They don't give out participation trophies. You got to be the best. Right. So come through, be the best.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Talk to me a little bit about when the times are hard, difficult. What is it that you do? How do you stay afloat? How do you keep going? Because I tell people all the time, business is not easy. It looks great on Instagram. Oh yeah. Everybody's a superstar. Look at my Lambo. Right. I'm like, come on, man. Right. Y'all know the Lambos are rented most of the time on a year lease.
Exactly.
But talk to me about how do you overcome because you're gonna be down sometimes. It just is what it is. Yep. Talk to me about that. What do you do? What is it that you do?
Staying consistent. You can't do anything but stay consistent, right? So the peaks and the valleys are going to come. Can't get too high, can't get too low. And it's human nature, right? The employees are sick. The bank account's low. Business isn't coming in. What do you do? hey, what were you doing 6 months ago to plan for this? You know, what are you doing 3 months ago to plan for this? What are you doing a year ago to plan for this, right? Were you out buying that Lambo when you had $100,000 in the account? You know, that $100K should have been, you know, perpetuating your business. So it's just staying prepared and staying ready.
You clearly talked about mentorship a couple of times.
Indeed.
You have a mentor. I want to talk about masterminds.
Yes.
Mr. Andre is a part of our mastermind, the Wealth 100.
Indeed.
Wealth100mastermind.com. Go there right now, the Wealth100mastermind.com.
Yes.
If you are looking for a mastermind for self-development, for business opportunities, because we bring business opportunities every quarter to our members, to our membership, go to the wealth100.com. Talk to me, Andre, a little bit about your opinion around masterminds and what you're seeing.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of fraud masterminds, right? Let's just get that out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right.
And when you say, go ahead. When you say fraud masterminds, what is it that you're seeing?
A lot of gurus that are preaching and teaching that they do X, Y, Z. Look at my Lambo. Look at this and that lifestyle. Sell them a lifestyle. Yeah, it's great. They're not doing what they preach. Right. They're getting your money. Right. So when you're out for a mastermind, do your due diligence, right? Find somebody like George in the Wealth 100 Mastermind. If you can't be here to join this one, which that may be an option to join remotely soon.
Maybe.
Okay.
Just do it.
No, but I'll just say do your due diligence and make sure that the head of the mastermind is not just speaking get rich today, get rich quick.
Thank you.
Speaking total life.
Thank you. Matter of fact, our next mastermind is September 22nd, 23rd, I think in Charlotte. Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you're anywhere in North Carolina, Atlanta, those markets, you're welcome to check in with us. Again, go to the wealth100.com. I believe it's September 22nd. I think we're going to give a code out. Did you say you got a code? Or you're going to make up one now?
Oh, yeah. No.
On the air.
We're good.
And we'll attach it to the website, right?
Just Wealth 100.
The Wealth 100?
Just Wealth 100.
Just Wealth 100. That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Keep it simple.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna have something for you.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, talk to me about the importance of, I'm just going to talk about certain subjects. These are all business subjects. Networking, the importance of networking and how to properly network.
Got you. So it's my thought, and this may or may not be right. Everyone doesn't share the same opinion. But as far as networking, you need to provide value. If you don't provide value, who cares, right? If you come in to take my time and I'm a busy business owner, that's great. I heard your sales pitch, but it doesn't apply to me. Right. So how can I provide value in every situation?
And I see, and a lot of times we mess up in this in our community. I'm going to a big conference next Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
20,000 people.
Yes, sir.
What's your plan for that conference? What you know what I mean? You're going to a 20,000 person conference. You got to have a plan.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't touch everything, and I don't want.
That's right.
We were talking about it yesterday, me and Mr. Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to see everything.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say another thing. I probably get in trouble for this. I need us to stop getting excited about a rapper speaking. I'm gonna just say it. I might get in trouble if somebody sees this pocket. That's great.
Right.
I salute them.
Right.
If I already got $20 million,
right.
It's my story's a little bit different than you trying to, as we say, get it out the mud.
That's it.
It's a little bit different. That's just maybe I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect.
Oh yeah.
But I personally don't want to see 10 rappers on stage telling me how to get some money. I want to see the guy that has the dry cleaners who started from zero and has 10 cleaners now.
There you go.
You know what I mean? The guy that had the janitorial service, the guy that had the technology company from zero or from a little bit. But not the guy that started with 10 million. Oh, I can start a vodka company. I can too with 10 million in my pocket.
Exactly.
That's just George talking. No. What's your opinion on that? I'm just be honest. The event we're going to is a lot of, what do you call it, social media people coming there, a whole bunch of big time music people or whatever. I'm like, that's cool. I want to see this guy.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, yeah.
But in our community, we get excited because rapper A and rapper B is talking. Can't help you.
Right. That's true.
Talk to me.
It's funnels. Everything's a funnel, right?
That's what it is. That's what it is. I know you get ready to say. That's what it is. It's just a big funnel.
Yep.
Big funnel, expensive funnel. But anyway,
funneling. If that's what draws you, you're falling into their funnel to put more money in their pockets.
And I think I'm totally different, obviously, because I'm going to fall to the other funnel I just gave you.
That's right.
That's just me.
That's right.
Maybe I'm missing something.
No,
I get it.
No, I fully agree with you, George.
I mean, because at some point I feel like I'm just selling. I'm selling whatever I'm selling.
Right. And maybe one day I'll be there.
Yeah.
One day you'll be there, right?
Yeah, but I've seen masterminds where you go to a rapper's house for $25,000 for the day.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
No.
Yeah.
So, no. Unless I'm in it. I got to have a strategic plan if I'm going to that particular mastermind. I definitely got to have a plan for
Indeed.
that. Hey, this is what I have. This is how I can help you make some bread.
That's it.
But just to go.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And most of the time it's you just went and took a picture with XYZ. Yeah. I just think it's crazy. That's one of my hang-ups, probably.
No.
One of my hang-ups.
And it makes sense, right? So you may be able to play it differently if you, like you said, if that works for you, if you're a social media influencer, that's your business, get that picture. Great. It expands your brand.
Right.
But if you're not that, and if you just want to be in the building, the front for the gram, front for Facebook, they ain't doing you no good.
Oh, I took a picture with comedian. Are y'all doing business together?
Right.
Now, if you tell me you're doing some business with them and they can get you in some more doors, expand your opportunities, you won.
Yes.
But just to say I was here at the concert.
Right. Who cares?
We're going to close out with, let me stop. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble, man. Talk to me a little bit about accountability, man, particularly because the mastermind guys, that's the main thing with a mastermind is the accountability. You're around a group of people who think like you, who want you to win, and they're going to hold you accountable to you, yourself, and the things you say you're going to do. That's the main thing about being in a mastermind. That's why I'm selling the Wealth 100 Mastermind right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Talk to me about that for yourself.
Yeah, for accountability. Accountability, like I said, is the biggest piece because consistency is what I spoke about earlier. What do you do when the rainy days are here, right? If you're getting given up, if you're quitting, then you have no accountability to yourself. And you also need accountability partners, which, like you said, the mastermind comes there, right? So if you've got somebody that is going to hold your feet to the fire, make you feel like crap because you didn't do what you said you were going to do, make you be a man or a woman of your word, we all need it because we all fall short.
Right.
But getting into those structures and being wise enough to know that, coach is kicking my butt because it's making me better. Look at where I was. Even if the dollars haven't caught up yet to what you're doing, look at where I was here, and you can see it.
Where you are mentally, that mindset.
Yes,
definitely
indeed.
the change of the mindset.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to get ready to close out in a minute, but I want to talk a little bit about, is there an exit number for you?
More.
More. The number is more. Is there a number? Is there a number I could write a check if 20 million came tomorrow, lotto?
20 million is not enough. I would say. I'm not going to put a cap on what God has for it.
Oh, listen to Reverend Andre.
Right.
Dr. Bishop Andre said, I'm not going to put a cap on what God can do.
I'm not, bro. I'm not.
I had to cut off a little bit.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, you're going to put no cap on it. I love it.
I ain't going to put a cap on it. But
talk to me about the dreams then. What would the dream life look like for you, man? I think a lot of people don't take enough time. Two things people don't do. They don't take enough time to dream and then start thinking about, okay, this is the dream, but what is it? What are the things I need to do to achieve this dream?
Indeed.
So one, what does that dream look like for you? Seriously.
For sure. So the dream to me looks like freedom. Everybody says freedom, generational wealth, those buzzwords, right? But true freedom means to me waking up and I don't have to punch a clock, right? But it also means that I'm not a slave to my business because I have systems and processes in place. So where I may work an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, if that, right? So, me and the wife and the kids are at the beach in Saint-Tropez and wherever we want to be. Parents are good, right? Friends and family are good. Everybody's set up. The whole team is rich and rugged. And we're all looking good. We're eating good. Everybody's got their mindset right. Everybody's health is right, because that's very important. And the fact that I'm not stressed. Like, the stuff is going to come when you have that freedom, because the money's coming. But I particularly got into this business because the upside it's exponential. Everyone needs it, right? It's a new field. ChatGPT last year, right? Really? We're already becoming a leader in that space. I'm speaking that, right? So with that being said, everybody's going to come to you, and they got to have your product. But with the systems and automations in place and the team in place run properly, eventually I will be able to say, great, let's check in on that. Let's check in on these numbers. The team handles that, and I'm living life. And that's what it looks like to me, my ideal situation.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I want you to, we're getting ready to close out now. Tell the people where they can find you, how they can find you, and again, how you can assist them in their businesses.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I will say that you can find me at MS3IT. So we'll go to AI, the letter A, the letter I, dot MS, the number 3, IT.com. It's a mouthful. We'll put it in the description. But you can go there, try our AI out, book an appointment, and let's see how we can help your business. We're also on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn as well. MS3IT stands for Managed System Services and Solutions, but that's neither here nor there. Look up MS3IT, you're going to find us.
Listen, guys, this guy's doing all the back end work for the Wealth 100. Now he's doing, after he joined our mastermind, he's also doing it for several, working on for the back end for several companies inside of the mastermind.
Indeed.
Am I correct?
Indeed. Yes,
Am
sir.
I correct?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, if you have back end solutions, office solutions that you need, this is the man. I'm telling you now.
Thank you, sir.
Check in with him. MS3IT Solutions. Listen, guys, we're going to close out today. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Wealth 100. Again, if you're looking for a mastermind to join, we're not $30,000 a month to be in our mastermind. We're very reasonable, and we're reasonable for a reason.
Indeed.
We have a purpose beyond being reasonable. I'll put it to you that way.
And George, can I speak on the value in that?
Talk to him.
So with that being said, you just heard George say that, I've got a specific skill set, right, that people can use. But if you have your skill set, you never know who you're going to meet in this mastermind. I would have never imagined meeting some of the people that I've met in this mastermind that are in different industries. And now we're talking about doing different things that mind-blowing, I've never thought would have happened. And it's just from being in the room.
Now, Andre's been in the mastermind for 5 months, maybe? 5 months. I would assume, I'm guessing, that you probably already covered your cost. I'm assuming if you haven't covered it, you're very close to covering it.
Yes, sir.
On a monthly basis, easy.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to make quite a bit of funds beyond that, just from the relationships. That's why the mastermind itself is priced the way it's priced.
Indeed.
Because I personally believe, I struggle with this going back and forth. You can charge this, you can charge that. But I personally believe that you make more money with the relationships. You understand what I mean?
That's right.
I think you'll just get it from that way. Yeah, again, check out thewealth100.com, man. Again, thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, George Gilmore. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Wealth 100 Show. Today's show has been sponsored by the Wealth 100 Mastermind. If you're ready to join a tribe of winners, if you want to be a part of the best mastermind on the planet, go to thewealth100.com right now and apply. I need you to get into the room right now, guys. Let's go. Thewealth100.com.